Hey everyone, JCR here, and welcome back to part 8 of the Super Paper Mario Any% video guide series. Today we'll be covering all of Chapter 7. If you haven't already, be sure to check out the other parts in this series. A link to the playlist will be in the description. To start, just mash through these next few cutscenes. Right away, switch to carry and fall off the right of Flipside Tower. When you land, enter the elevator. Head left in this room and enter Merlin's house. This will start an extended cutscene where the party will be split up. Continue mashing once you get to the underwear. Once you regain control of Mario, jump to the right. You can stand anywhere in this fountain to replenish all of your health. I highly recommend healing here for the upcoming water switch skip. Enter the door at the end of the room. Walk right here and mash through this cutscene. Once you can, flip to 3D and head left. Line yourself up on the right edge of this land here, then jump at the very edge to make it across. Head forward, jump over these spikes, and enter the door. In this room, go right, jump over the boat, and into the water. Begin full jumping out of the water until you cross to the other side. Then enter the door. Head right and up the stairs in this room. Talk to Queen JD's at the end of the room. JD's will take our pure heart in exchange for this key. After this cutscene, head back left and enter the door. Flip to 3D here and go down. After entering the water, fall down and swim 3 times here. Space these swims out a little bit. You should fall down this hole, then head left and put the key in the lock with one 3D bar remaining. In this next room, we'll be performing a trick known as water switch skip. There are two methods to get the first clip, and the fastest method can be done by entering this room with one 3D meter bar left. Flip to 3D immediately, then swim forward, then swim one more time right as the top of Mario's hand aligns with this line. If you did this correctly, you should clip out of bounds. Fall under the ground here and head upright. Tap the 2 button every so often to stay afloat, but be sure not to swim too far up so that you clip back in bounds. Once the camera shifts, you can swim all the way back up. Swim up and to the right, and you want to go to this room here. Once you get to this room, walk forward and enter the door. If you missed the first clip, head forward and swim up. Align Mario in the very middle of the screen, then walk off this platform and continue to hold up. Let your 3D bar drain, then when the second to last 3D bar ticks away, swim and hold the 2 button. Then you want to pay very close attention to this block on the wall, and as soon as it goes off screen, press and hold the 2 button again. You should then clip out of bounds, and you can head upright to enter the door. In this next room, go right, jump off these 3 fountains and land on the ledge to start a cutscene. Here we'll get our 4th and final character of the run, Luigi. Luigi allows us to jump slightly higher and gives us a spring jump attack, which will reach super high places and hit enemies. After this cutscene, head left. When you get to the wall, hold down, then when Luigi charges a 3rd time, let go, head left and enter the door. In this next room, swim left over this pipe, then switch back to Mario and flip to 3D. Walk left, and once you're in this hole, flip back to 2D. Flip to 3D again and swim down left. Once you walk in the hole at the top, flip back to 2D. Once again, flip to 3D, swim up and head to the left wall. Walk all the way down until you're in this corner here. From this point, we'll be performing the second clip for water switch skip. After the second to last 3D bar fades away, wait a split second, then press and hold the 2 button. Just slightly after pressing 2, hold up. If you timed this correctly, you should just clip through the wall. If you landed on the ledge above, you held up too early. If you miss the clip and land on the bricks below, you held up too late. Head down here and enter the door at the end of the room. In this next room, swim all the way up by mashing the 2 button. Drift to the left while ascending to avoid these underhands. Once you're at the top, jump out, go left and enter this door. Switch to Luigi here and go left. You want a momentum jump before this dry bones to land on top of this pipe. As soon as you're up top, switch to Mario. Flip to 3D, tap right a few times, then momentum jump to the left to get on the next floor. From here you can head up and enter the door. In this room, flip to 3D, go forward until a cutscene begins. Lovebee will ask you for her name, and the correct answer will always be the first option. After this cutscene, flip to 3D, go down and enter the door. Walk to the left in this room until you're up against this pipe. Flip to 3D and hold left to fall down, and you'll land back on the lower level. From here you can go up and enter the door. In this room, cross the river twigs again by full jumping out of the water. Enter the door at the end of the room. Walk to the right in this room until a cutscene begins. Mash through the text and select the first option when prompted. After this, we'll return to flip side. Once you're back in flip side, continue to mash for now. After you exit Merlin's house, switch to carry and head to the right. Enter the blue pipe at the end of the room. Hop on carry, then flip to 3D, jump down, and drift left. Cross this gate, then go left on this platform. Once you're on the other side, go up and enter the pipe. Hop on carry here and go right. Jump over all these enemies and gaps. Enter this pipe at the end of the room. Switch to Luigi, then hop on carry and go left. Jump over this cube and this pipe, then hop off carry and momentum jump over this wall. Place the pure heart in the pillar. Mash through some text here, then use the return pipe. From here, you can enter Chapter 7. Mash through the text to start the opening cutscene to 7-1. Hop on carry and head right. You could skip the healing cutscene by landing on this ledge, then full jumping over. If you want the extra health, just land in the fountain. Stay off carry here and momentum jump over these 4 pipes. You'll have to avoid the enemies and spikes here. You also might have to wait for some lava bubbles to descend before crossing a gap. Enter the door at the end of the room. Use carry here and cross over the river twigs. Be sure to keep jumping here as it's faster than gliding across the river. Enter this door. Go right here and talk to Queen Jades at the end of this room. Mash through this text, then when prompted select the first option. After the cutscene, go through the door. Go right here and hit the star block. Mash through this cutscene. Go right here and enter this door. In this next room, the lights will be off and you won't be able to see anything. We have two different strats that you can use to get through this room. For the first strat, head right and jump up 2 times. Jump up to this block, then on the platform, and spring jump to the left. Hop on carry, then jump up 3 times, spring jump here, then go left, hop on carry, and jump up 2 more times. If you're struggling with that method, you can use this one instead. Head right in this room, jump up 2 times, then spring jump in front of this decal on the wall right here. Hold right at the height of the spring jump, and mash 1 to hop back on carry. Jump up 2 more times, then spring jump at the very edge of this platform here. Hold left, then once again spam 1 to hop on carry. Move left, then spring jump here. Go left, hop on carry, jump up 2 times, and go right. Use Tippy on this door to start the cutscene. For the door guy cutscene, you'll be asked multiple questions that you need to answer correctly. For the first question, pick the first option. For the second question, pick the second option. For the third question, pick the second option. After this, enter the door. Go right here and talk to this first D-man. Mash through the text, and when prompted, select the first option. Then enter the door. From this point, we're going to be covering 2 versions of the Bowser fight that differ depending on if you did Shopless or not. For the Shopless version, start by going right in this room until a cutscene begins. Mash through the text, and as soon as the fight begins, walk left slightly, then switch to cont'd. You want to momentum jump right over Bowser's fire and take body damage. In this instance, fire damage will do significantly more than body damage, so it's crucial to hit Bowser's body here. During your invincibility frames, hit Bowser with cont'd. From here you want to face left and use cont'd right before Bowser hits you. Getting these hits is all about timing your cont'd swing so that the cont'd hitbox is able to connect with Bowser's hitbox. Bowser has a few movement patterns that you'll have to react to. He'll either walk towards you normally, do a dash attack, or jump towards you. If Bowser jumps at you, you can opt to hit him with a quick Luigi spring jump before he lands, then get another hit in with cont'd. You don't need to hold down to charge the spring jump, you can opt to just tap the down button here. If you get these hits consistently, the fight should end quickly. I definitely recommend practicing this fight a bit before doing the Shopless route. After this, just mash through the cutscene. If you aren't doing Shopless, you should have a shell shock left over to use on this fight. Start by going right in this room until the cutscene begins. Mash through the text, and as soon as the fight begins, use the shell shock. You ideally want to make the shell large here, but if you miss the timing, you could still use the small shell to defeat Bowser. After kicking the shell, quickly hop on carry, then jump on the shell to stop it and kick it back to the right. Keep doing this repeatedly while avoiding Bowser's fire. After this, the fight should end pretty quickly. Be careful not to get hit by the shell during this fight, as it'll do a ton of damage at your current level. For now, just mash through the cutscene. After this cutscene ends, walk left and unlock the door. In this room, switch to carry and we'll be climbing a bunch of stairs. Hop on carry and go left, jump up 2 times, then twice more to get on the first staircase. From here you want to alternate holding left and right in between your jumps to quickly make it up the staircase. You should eventually pass a dry bones on your left. Keep making your way up and eventually you should see a dry bones on your right. From this point you can count 7 jumps and you'll be at the top. On the last staircase, head left and jump up 2 times. Use Tippy on this door at the top to start the next door guy cutscene. For this door guy cutscene in particular, pay close attention to the questions so that you answer them correctly. For this quiz, even if you get a question wrong, you still have to respond to every question before being told you failed the quiz, which loses about a minute. For the first question, select the third option. For the second question, select the second option. For the final 3 questions, you can just answer the first option. After the quiz ends, enter the door. Head left in this room and enter the pink door. Talk to Hagra, the first NPC in this room. Mash and select yes when prompted, and you'll be teleported back to the very first room in this level. Talk to this D-man right here to get the cookbook, then enter the door. From here, you want to go all the way back up to the room you were just teleported from. In this room, do the movement that we showcased earlier. From here, just head right and enter the door. Go left here, jump twice, and make your way up the staircase room. Remember that you have 7 jumps left after the dry bones on your right. Enter this door at the top. Go left and enter the pink door. Talk to Hagra again and give her the cookbook. After you get the key, exit the room. Walk right and open the locked door. Here you can hop on carry, go right, and jump at the very edge of this platform to make it across the gap. This jump is a 2-frame window, so you can opt to spring jump on these platforms to make it across if it's easier for you. Jump up the staircase, then spring jump on this stair to make it up to the next level. Hop on carry and go up the stairs, and try to avoid the falling spiny trumps. Once you're up top, go to the end of the room and use Tippy on this door. Mash through the final door guy cutscene. This will start the Underchomp fight, which is the first and only RPG-styled fight in the game. Once you're able to open the items menu, select the shooting star. If you're running on the Japanese version, remember that the items menu is the 4th option, and this is what the shooting star text looks like. You can also opt to quickly open your items menu just before this fight, and memorize the shooting star's location. Mash through the text to finish the fight. After this, enter the door. Hop on carry, go right, and hit the star block. Next we have 7-3, which contains one of the hardest tricks in the run. In this level, we're meant to wake up Peach and make Cyrus the Cloud big by collecting 2 apples. We can skip all of this, however, by performing around 40 Thudley jumps in a row to climb all the way to the top. To do Peach Skip, you have to have good consistency with Thudley jumps. If done near perfectly, Peach Skip can save almost 3 minutes over the normal 7-3 route. If you aren't able to do 40 Thudley jumps in the time it takes to complete 7-3 the intended way, then it's recommended that you don't go for Peach Skip at this time. We'll be covering both routes in this segment, starting with the Peach Skip route. Mash through this opening cutscene, immediately spring jump 2 times. Jump onto these blocks, then spring jump 4 times. Hold the 2 button here to immediately jump off this cloud, then hold right. Jump off of this cloud, then enter the door at the top. Hop on carry here, go right, and hit this middle block. Jump on these blocks, then collect the fast flower, and spring jump. You want to land on this cloud up here, then jump left and hold 2 to bounce off the cloud. Bounce off 2 more clouds, then hold right, jump over these enemies, and spring jump right here. Hold 2, bounce up and go left, jump on this platform, then enter the door. Head right in this room, jump over these enemies, then bounce off the cloud and hold left. Spring jump 2 times here, then jump up the rest of the way. Once you're at the top, switch to Mario and flip to 3D. Hop on carry, move forward, and flip back to 2D after crossing half of the bridge. Jump and fall down here, hold 2 to bounce off the cloud, and go left. Enter this door. Switch to Luigi, then go right here. Do a spring jump after you see the cloud appear on screen. Aim for the left side of this cloud and hold 2 to bounce up. By staying left, you should avoid this Lakitu. Hop on carry and jump off to your left. Jump on the save block and spring jump, then hold right and 2. Finally jump over these enemies and enter the door. Do a spring jump, then switch to Mario and Thudley. Go to the left, bounce off this cloud, then drift right to hit your head on this block. Go right here and do 2 Thudley jumps to get across this gap. Jump off this cloud, drift right, then jump on this cloud and drift left. Take note of where the platform is, then jump off the cloud and avoid the platform. Enter the door up top. For this next room, you can opt to do 4 to 5 Thudley jumps to get an early platform cycle. However, you have to hit these Thudley jumps almost perfectly, or you won't be able to make the cycle. As soon as you enter the room, start Thudley jumping. You want to get as close to the maximum height possible with all these Thudley jumps. Land on this platform, then immediately switch to Luigi. Spring jump and hold 2 to bounce off the cloud. Then land here, spring jump to the left, and finally spring jump and go right at the height of your jump. If you do this fast enough, you should land on this platform, where you could spring jump again, jump left across these pillars, and finally spring jump one more time to enter the door up top. To do this room normally, switch back to Luigi and immediately walk left. Jump over these enemies, and you could hit this block if you'd like a super shroom. Take this platform up, jump to the second platform, then spring jump onto these pillars. Go right across all the pillars, then spring jump onto this cloud. Hop on this platform and wait for it to rise up. Once the platform rises up, jump left and cross these pillars. Then finally, spring jump here and enter the door up top. If you get a first frame jump, you'll be able to skip the door cutscene. Go left here and avoid these enemies. Bounce off this cloud and drift right, then bounce on this cloud and go left. Avoid this skelebit up top, then land on the third pillar and spring jump up. Wait here for the platform to arrive. If you want to save a little bit more time, you could start your Thudley jumps here instead of waiting for the platform. but only do this if you're very confident with thuddly jumping. Stand on the right edge of this platform and charge a spring jump. Release the spring jump here, then land on this platform. Then finally, spring jump twice more to get on the rooftop. Once you're on top, switch to Mario, then jump off the center of the roof and begin thuddly jumping. To start Peach Skip, you'll want to do about 6 thuddly jumps here and drift left to get to the first cloud. Once you land on this cloud, switch to Luigi and spring jump up 2 times. This is the only point during Peach Skip where you're able to spring jump. Switch back to Mario and continue thuddly jumping. You want to do 7 thuddly jumps here and drift slightly right to the next cloud. Once you land on this cloud, you can do about 5 to 6 thuddly jumps and drift left to make it up to the next one. The next cloud is directly above you and only takes 2 to 3 thuddly jumps. The next cloud is directly above the 79 symbol and will take about 5 thuddly jumps. Finally, the last cloud will be the very large platform above you. This will take anywhere between 8 to 12 thuddly jumps. Arguably the hardest thuddly jump here is the very last one, which has to be done inside of the cloud without seeing Mario. The best advice I can give for this thuddly jump is to pay attention to some form of audio rhythm, whether it's your game audio or controller sounds, to rely on keeping the rhythm while your visual cue is obscured. When landing on this final cloud, there's a little bit of geometry under the cloud that you may land on. If you land here, don't walk too far in any direction as you might fall off. I recommend letting go of the D-pad here and immediately jumping. Once you land up top, switch to carry and enter the door. Hop on carry here, go right, and jump at the very edge to make it across this gap. You can opt to spring jump here with Luigi if you can't make the jump. Hit the star block to finish 7-3. For the normal route, the first 4 rooms are exactly identical to the Peach Skip route. In the 5th room, spring jump up to the right, jump on these blocks, then spring jump right to get on this platform. From here you can either momentum jump or spring jump to get on this cloud here. Switch to Mario, flip to 3D, go right across this platform and enter the door. Go right in this room, and once you're at the tree, switch to cont'd and hammer the ground. Immediately switch back to carry, pick up the apple, and exit the room. From here, flip to 3D, hop on carry, glide off to the left and fall down. Head down left and enter the door at the bottom. Hop on carry here, jump off to the right, then immediately go back left and enter the door. Go right across these clouds. Switch to cont'd under the tree, hammer the ground, then immediately switch back to carry. Grab this red apple and head back out the room. Hop on carry and jump off to the left. Enter this door here. Head right to start the cutscene. After this cutscene, interact with Peach and give her the black apple. The black apple should be your second option here. Mash through this cutscene. Immediately switch to Luigi and head out the door. Jump on the save block and spring jump upright. Hold 2 to bounce off the cloud. Jump over these enemies and enter the door. Hop on carry and go left, then spring jump and hold 2 to bounce off this cloud. Jump onto the top brown platform, then switch to Peach and glide across. Jump on these 3 clouds. Head left and enter the door. Switch back to Luigi. Go left here, jump over these enemies, then spring jump 2 times to get on these pillars. Head right, then spring jump to this cloud and bounce up. Wait for this platform to rise up. Once you're high up enough, jump left and cross these pillars. Spring jump on this cloud here, then enter the door to the left. Go left in this room, avoid these enemies, then bounce on these 2 clouds. Land on the 3rd pillar, spring jump up, and wait for this platform. Hop on this platform, then charge a spring jump. Once you're able to, spring jump up 2 times to make it up to the building. Go left and jump over these enemies, then talk to Cyrus. When prompted, give Cyrus the red apple. After this cutscene, just jump on Cyrus and you'll be taken to the top of the level. After you land, head right and enter the door. Hop on carry, go right, and you can jump at the very edge to make it across the gap. If you miss the jump, you can opt to just spring jump with Luigi. Hit the star block to finish 7-3. Mash through the cutscene to start 7-4. Hop on carry and go right. Wait in this building here, then once the cloud is low enough, jump right, jump off this skelebit to make it across this gap. Continue right and enter the door. Mash through the cutscene. As soon as you can, switch to Bowser and breathe fire. Then switch back to Luigi and talk to this NIMBY. After getting the key, exit the door. Jump on this pillar to your right, spring jump, then go left and open the locked door. Hop on Carry and go right, spring jump on this ledge, then switch to Mario and Thudley once you're up top. From here, do elevator skip by doing 2 to 3 Thudley jumps. Once you're up top, stay as Mario Thudley and go right to enter the door. Walk right in this room. Once you're at the edge, do 4 to 6 Thudley jumps across this gap to complete Rainbow Bridge Skip. This trick saves 7 minutes, so it's highly recommended that you go for it. RBS is a bit different, since you have to space out your Thudley jumps more than you normally would. Once you're up top, enter the door. Go right until you start the cutscene. Just mash through this text. Go right and jump over these enemies. Jump up the staircase, then hit the block to get the Ultra Shroom. Switch to Bowser and enter the final room. Mash through this cutscene. Here we'll be doing the Bone Shell fight where we just damage boost and defeat him almost instantly. After 3 more text boxes, walk right into Bone Chill and take damage. Walk right again, momentum jump, then turn to the left. Once you're high up enough, either spam or hold the 1 button to continuously Thudley on Bone Chill's head. After this, the fight will be over. Mash through this final cutscene. This final cutscene is quite long, so try to pace your mashing if you can. After this, you'll receive the 8th and final Pure Heart. And that's going to do it for Chapter 7. Thank you all so much for watching, I hope this helped. We have just one more part left in this series, so when we meet again, we'll be covering all of Chapter 8 and the end of the run. See you all then, take care.